and we'll be jumping into the game just as rapidly. I hope you're all enjoying so far. If you are, maybe consider, yep, we're finding a match. Looks like Smokem didn't make it in time. But if you're enjoying, once again, if you're interested, then might I bait you into subscribing via normally or Twitch Prime. Or perhaps I could bait you in, I say bait, perhaps I could persuade you to support me on Patreon. A little bit more consistent, and Twitch doesn't take any near as much. Or perhaps the CDR, like that. Thank you very much for the subscription, CDR 1993. Or perhaps I could interest you in buying a video game. If you like buying games for Steam, but want to potentially support charity as well, then check out my humble partner link in the below the stream below you. As we jump into the game, ladies and gentlemen, plenty of ways to support. Check below the stream for all of them. Maybe donate. Do what you can. As we start off with Thesis bringing out the Tiny at the start here. We have Noel taking out the Axe. We have Wiluku, Bounty Hunter of his own. Poshiesny with the Enchantress on his line. Kazenski starting off with an Axe of his own. 8-Bit with another Tiny. Mr. Smurfette bringing out another Axe. Very tanky front lines. We got 3 Axes and 2 Tinies coming out. And then we have the bot, but no one cares. Lot of fill-outs coming in here. We got some Embarrassment of Riches at the start here. Already an Anti-Mage coming in for Noel. Let's have a look at Mr. Smurfette right now. He's running with the Warrior front line for the moment. Gonna march his way forward straight away. You can see via the attack damage that he is running that Blight Stone. You can see that little armor shatter at the top there. Get that extra damage output. Sticking that on the Axe for the moment. Axe with actually a slightly lower DPS. Very interesting to see. This will, of course, increase his DPS, though, and make him a little bit more viable as well. Helm of the Undying, though, now switched to the Axe, and the Blightstone moved onto the Tiny. 8-Bit, running with a double tank lineup of his own. Looks like we are very tank-heavy at the start here. We pick up a Smuggler for the bot. Feels amazing, man. 2 Anti-Mages on the board. Bringing out that. There's actually 3 if you count one up here. We're moving into Primordials, though, for Noel. Bringing out the Tiny and 2 Razors at the start. Maximizing those Eidolons. Looking to maybe stack those together. Lightning, lightning, death. Easy cleanup for him. No trouble at all. Noel also able to win. Running in with some more Hunters. We're seeing the Hunters and the Knights returning here at the start. Or maybe perhaps just Trolls. We have an Aegis for Poshiesny already, who's brought out Enchantress at very early Luna. Very nice pick-up for him. Nothing to give to it yet, though, as of course has more PvE items than anything else. Gonna be bringing out the Chaos Knight, though. So he is going for a Knight-based build at the moment. He does have an level 2 Enchantress on the board for the moment. That might be swapped out. But he's also got a Puck in hand. He might be the one going for one of those old meta builds with Knights, Warlock, Dragons. Now, Puck isn't actually the best dragon for this. You do get a little bit more value from the Viper there just for the extra DPS. But Puck can definitely fill the role. Here we go. It's going to be fighting Thesis for the moment. Then the Anti-Mage gets absolutely deleted. Early game, before we get too many level ups, Luna actually just kind of kicks butt, and that's going to be a very easy cleanup. Helm of the Undying does mean that Chaos Knight will not be included in the damage. But a very effective victory coming in there. And Thesis drops down a little bit of health. Poshiesny looking solid at the start. Noel also dropping down quite a bit of health right now. He's currently running those Primordials, as we said. But everything being level 1, not so great. He's been able to level up that Razor, though, now. So now he's looking a little bit better. Still got those Primordials. He's got another Hood of Defiance to place, and he's gonna bring out the Mages. He is level 4, so he's got enough room. Applies that Hood of Defiance onto the Ogre Magi. Let's see how this new composition works for him. Primordial Mages coming out. Not the most usual composition here, but let's see if it works out for him. Primordial Mage Assassin, though, can be a very meta build, but very much not with this composition of units, but it can be a very quick rotation. Leader gets destroyed expectantly. She ain't very good. We can see right now, though, the Morphling is doing some real work here. Some hell of assassins from Wiluku coming in, doing some crazy work. And that's going to be a clean-up onto Noel. Noel not having a good game so far. Begins to drop down the table a little bit. Having some severe difficulty so far. Kaczynski also loses his round, drops down from that maximum health. Noel and Thesis, having a little bit of trouble at the bottom there. Mr. Smurfette gets that tiny level 2. Digging into that collection. So already with mages on the board, no assassins to back them up. And Tiny, only level 1. This makes for a very hard lineup. Now, of course, this composition is actually one of the easier to complete, as it only needs 8 units to get the complete composition. He's picked up the Crystal Maiden as well. Now, it looks like Noel is just going for this slightly well, it's only a couple weeks old comp at this point, actually, like 1 week old. But it's been patches since then. Great silence there from the Queen of Pain. That's going to be, sorry, from the Axe there with the Taunt. And that's going to be a cleanup once again. The Tiny did its best, but it's completely outnumbered and outclassed here. The Eidolon's nowhere near enough damage to deal here. Mr. Smurfette takes down Noel. We're going to stick on board with Noel for the moment. Although, Wiluku doing a very good job here. Maybe we should jump on board with Wiluku here. Wiluku and Poshiesny both on 100 health. If we can get those two facing each other, that would be really cool to see here. Now, once again, Noel is running by the looks of it, attempting to go into the Primordial Mage Assassins. Now, he currently hasn't picked up any Assassins, though, is the issue with this. If he was planning this composition, then he isn't going about it the right way. He's leaning too heavily into the Mages with the pickup of that Lina, instead of picking up potentially the Queen of Pain, or maybe even a Viper. And of course, you're going to be looking for that Morphling. Everything else, though, he's got pretty effective. This is kind of what he wants. Poshiesny going to be fighting Kaczynski here. Still running in with those Knights. Unfortunately, Chaos Knight gets baited. So loses that Knight bonus. Poshiesny going to be able to hold. He's taking a lot of damage here, actually. Oh, this is going to be tough. Level 2 Venomancer doing work. The Knight bonus is reapplied as Chaos Knight backed up. Helm of the Undying. Good value here. Luna try to hold it, but Venomancer's going to be able to finish him off. That's going to be the 400 health lost here. And Wiluku also goes down. Everyone loses their full 100 health here. Noel takes a victory onto the board here. We're able to get some extra stuff done. Level 2 Ogre Magi helping out here a little bit. Tiny, still poor, puny, level 1. Need to get that level 2 up as quick as possible. And again, not building into any assassins, which is really where a huge amount of the damage output of this composition does come in. Crystal Maiden, of course, going to be very helpful late game with that extra mana. Tyrrell bot comes on. Should be an easy game. We're not going to keep an eye on that one. We're instead going to jump onto Thesis, who's also a little bit low in terms of health. And that's not going to change, just Kaczynski just plows through him here with this very hodgepodge composition. Let's have a look at what Kaczynski is running here. Kaczynski currently running a double Savage with a single Demon with that Chaos Knight. No Knight bonus, and he's got a Clockwork in there. He does have a Timbersaw and a Tinker in his hand, though, with some Bounty Hunters. So he can, once he has some level 2s there, begin a very quick and aggressive rotation into Scrappies, which is what Wiluku is running here. He's got Bounty Hunter, he's got Assassin Scrappies, which is a composition we saw run a fair amount by the eventual winner of last week's European Cup, which was Stork. He did run that a fair amount here. Peace is a very high-level player here. Poshiesny now level 6. Noel's brought out the leader. He's still believing in this. He's once again leaning very heavily into the whole mage part of this composition. Still needs some Morphlings, though. Win streak 4 for Mr. Smurfette. Let's keep an eye on him. Going to be fighting Kaczynski. Going to move forward. He's got 2 Trolls. Bounty Hunter in the backline, though. Going to be able to snipe down. Ooh, gets chickenified, though. Now Tinker's in the backline. Shadow Shaman still going to be taken out here very quickly. The Assassins are doing some serious work. Venomancer as well. Able to do some very cheeky cleanup. And Mr. Smurfette, win streak is over. Now it is Kaczynski who is on the win streak, as is Noel. Noel, hello there. Noel on a 3-game win streak for now. He's 3-3 in terms of score. Still just sitting on a crap ton of razor right now, and that seems to be what's carrying him through. The leader, though, also doing some pretty serious work right now. If he goes up against assassins, he might struggle a bit, but right now, it's actually going quite well. Excuse me. Leader, of course, did get reduced to a tier 2 unit. Still feels a little weak, unfortunately to say. Going to be fighting some mud golems. It's like a worse sniper. Going to be trying to take those down. First non-skirmish item round. I'm seeing a lot of Eidolons appear. Still only tier 1s, very weak. Good damage, and again, leader actually working out here very well. And the Ogre Magi actually getting some really decent value here because Razor actually has pretty reasonable DPS. The DPS of 82, which isn't bad by any sense of the term. Can really get some decent attack damage going, as long as that is the one that is frenzied. We're going to see a Summoning Stone. So this is, of course, going to work on the Eidolons. We're going to see some flooding the board, just trying to clean out the board right now. Buy everything, lower the amount of stuff in the deck. Try and fish something out. Going to sell it all back. Mr. Smurfette gets a Bat Rider level 2. We can see another Summoning Stone is on the board here for 8-bit. And Aegis coming in for Pościesny. The Scrappies. The rotation has happened for Kozensky right now. Scrappy Savage Demon. Still running that Chaos Knight. And we're going to see Noel fighting him right now. Can he keep this win streak? It's the two players with a win streak, in fact, fighting each other. Here comes the Razor AoE. But look at that damage output. Look at the tankiness of this composition. Good stun from the Tiny. But leader, not enough cooldown reduction. This is going to be Kozensky continuing his win streak. Ogre Magi does his best, but Tusk with the Walrus Punch. Easy cleanup. Very good hold coming in here from Kozensky. He keeps his win streak going. As Null, his is broken. Struggling to hold the line for the moment. Really needs some extra front line. He's bought a fair amount of stuff just to fill out his board at the moment. Terrorblade potentially in there. Is he going to resell that or is he going to keep that? He's going to resell it. Puck, always good. Puck is one of the units that you can get really good value. Again, assassins, very important for this composition if this is the way he wants to go. He's going to bring out... No, he's just going to leave it out. Doesn't swap anything, but he keeps the puck. Really am concerned that he's not really making any adjustments to move into assassins for that backline damage. Or just even for just that general damage. Another dragon for Puck, of course, would always be insane as well. He does absolutely delete the bot, so that's good. The bot has a freaking Dragon Knight. Easy cleanup there. Rip the bot. Thesis, though, 53 health. Really having a rough time right now. He's moving into an elusive composition here with elusive demon hunters, but yet he is yet to find what he really needs, aka the Terrorblade. Everything else, though, looking pretty decent. His positioning, though, very far forward. When you're running elusive, you can actually play quite far back and have actually a really reasonable time. Only one of those druids as well. He needs that Treant Protector quite desperately as well. Evolution, thank you very much for the sub. I have alerts off in games, but thank you very much for that. He's got it. Terrorblade on the board. Trades out the Luna for it. Does not need Luna right now. Needs it a little bit later, of course. Going to be fighting Waluku. Waluku still sitting pretty right now on 93 health, the second highest in the game. Going to be doing battle. The elusiveness bonus, though, is fully online, and Terrorblade now on the board is cleaning house. Just close enough to the Manifest Transformation. There's no one to trade off of, though, and as such sits very low on health. But Anti-Mage, with that Helm of the Undying, though, shred through Bounty Hunter, but Bounty Hunter gets the stun. And that's going to be Waluku tearing his way through Thesis. Thesis, he's looking strong, but again, he drops even further down the board, down to 48 health, and he is not running an Aegis. He is in serious trouble right now. Maybe needs to just focus on building up to that second point of elusiveness to try and give himself the best chance possible. He's up to 60 gold right now, gets some upgrades, gets a second anti-mage onto the board. Maybe the opposite way to go, but either way, he still gets that 50 pure damage. It's going to help him burn through knight compositions and people like that. Knights and warriors. Gonna be fighting Noel. Noel's still sitting pretty low down, but he's managed to hold himself in this game for the moment. Thesis Still sitting almost as low as the bot on the board. And those anti-mages against this mage-heavy composition actually doing some really good work. And that is a clean victory by Thesis. The double anti-mage tearing its way through this lineup right now. A very sneaky move in. Kozensky, a 7-win streak right now, looking fantastic at the top of the board with this scrappy composition. Scrappy Savage, got some inventors in there, of course, for that scrappy bonus. He has his next scrappy unit. He has got the Tinker in his hand, but he wants to get it to level 2 first, and picks up an Alchemist as well. Really strong possibilities of getting to that tier 4 scrappiness right away. Witch Doctor comes out. We're going to stick on board with Thesis here as he still sits so close to elimination. Remember, top 4 go through. And right now, Noel and Thesis are in elimination zone. Dog and Pony Show composition adjust very effectively, and with this Treant Protector right now, this is a huge boon to his composition. Going to be holding the line very effectively. Here comes the Terrorblade, which is going to be attacked by one of those dogs. The Treant Protector tanks beautifully, draining off the tree. Always good to have a Nature's Prophet when you've got a Terrorblade around. Gives you a much better drain target, and Terrorblade cleans up. Very good tanking there. Very good positioning. Good adjustment coming in here for Thesis. Very happy to see that. Going to need to readjust, of course, for the next round. Let's have a look at the damage bonuses here. Wind Ranger really carrying through here. We're going to help the fact that she has that Brute of the Aggressor. Terrorblade just shortly behind. Anti-Mages keeping fairly even. Kozensky continues his win streak. Thesis, level 2 Terrorblade. Null with that level 2 Morphling. He's finally getting that composition together. He's got another Primordial. He's got the Viper! He's really starting to put this comp together. It's starting to feel correct now. He's still got this Ogre Magi, but right now it's acting as the tank. He's still got this Lina, doesn't really fit in, but it's still a mage right now to give him that mage bonus. Going to be fighting Mr. Smurfette right now. Excuse me. Going to be fighting through this. Morphling doing crazy work right now. The Viper really helping out here, and that is going to be a very easy cleanup. Noel keeping himself in this game. His composition finally starting to come together. Did he sell his Tiny? Ow. He sold his freaking Tiny. I was just commending him on his composition, but he sold one of the most integral parts of it. Feels bad. We also see Thesis was able to claim another victory here. Luna's now on the board, level 2 with a Claymore. Even more damage output. For some reason, that means that he's put his Wind Ranger on the front line. That's a little weird, but okay. Definitely a little strange. Yesny now getting a win streak of his own onto the board. He's running a very standard composition just in terms of a nice mix there. Full Druids and then filling it out with some Demon Hunters, Elusive, and Warlocks. Everything just kind of fits together here. Really could use some upgrades on his Demon Hunters, though. It's fighting Noel. Noel, once again, very close to the bottom of the board. And he's going to continue to move further down here because as much as he does, there is just too much. Actually, Morphling with a huge carry here, but it's not enough. The trees, too many trees coming in from that Nature's Prophet. Nature's Prophet able to take the victory there. Waluku goes down to Smurf at 8-bit. Has dropped very low down on the board as well. Feeks is able to take down the bot, which is a relief. That would have been bad if so. Lots of upgrades coming in here for 8-bit. Once again down to 52 health. Thesis on a win streak at the bottom of the board here. He's managed to get himself up to that level 2 elusive bonus with a Phantom Assassin on the board. Picking up a Puck as well. He's really looking good to continue down this elusive Demon Hunter lineup. In fact, he's only a few units away from the full build. He needs a Mirana and he needs a Templar Assassin for the full build. So very impressive so far. That, of course, requires him to get to level 9 in order to have enough room to place everything onto the board, but he's looking great right now. Gonna clean up here. Sorry, I guess he needs to get to level 10 to fit everything on the board, so my bad there. Ow. Gonna be a big owl here. Thesis He's still in the game, taking out Mr. Smurfette right now. 8-Bit continues to drop further down the board. The bot is out, unsurprisingly. Let's have a look at what 8-Bit's doing. Really seeming to struggle here. He's got a little bit of Heartless bonus, some Druid. He swapped out some of his Druid, as it didn't seem to be helping him as much as he hoped. He's got that Savage bonus here with that Lone Druid and the Lycan, both at level 1, though. He does only have one other Druid on the board, though, which is why I suppose he's left his Nature's Prophet out as opposed to his other Druids to make sure that that Lone Druid gets its upgrade. Got a Brawny bonus coming in here as well. Beastmaster and Axe. Going to be moving in. There's a Tide Hunter in here for Willuko. Going to try and burn their way through. Lone Druid gets out the Bear. Lycan transformation came in, but the Tide Hunter gets it's good. It's knock up there with the Ravage, but it's not enough. As right now, Slark is stacked, and that is a quick cleanup. Going to be able to finish off everyone. Oh, Bear stun, but it's not enough. Bear's going to go down. Helminy Undying, and that's going to be Tinker. Sorry, Clockwork able to survive there. 8-Bit drops even further down the board. Very nearly survived it, but not in this case. Thesis continues his win streak right now. He's actually looking really good here, up to 5. 3 win streak for Kozensky, who's once again looking good. He was able to get out that Alchemist that we saw earlier. He's got an Arc Warden in his hand, interestingly enough. What would this combo with? He doesn't really have any Shamans, and he has no other Primordials. Is it purely just due to the unit's strength that he is willing to run this? Let's keep an eye on him and find out for ourselves. Going to be fighting the Bear Trap for the moment. Is it maybe to deny it away from other players? We will find out indeed. A lot of focus coming in here from that Venomancer, doing a solid amount of damage. Is it because he has a Summoning Stone? He does not. Again, very strange. He might get one here, though, as once again, his scrappy assassins just burn through this. He's got that Warlock bonus as well. He could use one more Warlock onto the board to get that level 2 bonus for that 80% of damage dealt. Assassins, he needs one more as well. There is no Warlock Assassin, unfortunately, and there is no Scrappy Warlock Assassin. That would be super convenient. Scrappy Warlock Assassin Inventor. That'd be an easy one. There is a Scrappy Warlock, but he's currently already got it, so having a second one will not help with that Alchemist. Chilling over here. Little Chainmail as well. Willuko, level 3 Clockwork. That is terrifying. The mini stuns from Clockwork at level 3 are just devastating. Serious damage output there. Willuko, I believe, finished top of his group in round 1. Let's see if he can continue making his way through. See what he does here. Savage Assassins. Sorry, Scrappy Assassins. Slark stacking up, Viper already dead, Morphling getting ready to rush through, burning through that backline. With the Venomancer dead, that's a huge amount of damage output gone, and it's a very easy cleanup. Savage, Scrappy Assassins destroys this, and Willuko ruins the win streak of Kozensky. Big hit there to his health. 8-Bit. Looks like he was able to come out on top. No, he went down to Thesis, going down to 36 health right now. 8-Bit might be the next one to fall here. He's managed to get a little bit of a human bonus as he picks up a Kunkka. And picks up a tank as well as he moves in the Tusk. Still so many level 1s, this composition. Just feeling like a hodgepodge mismatch right now. He's got tankiness, he's got a little bit of damage, but there's not enough synergies to justify it all. The silences might help just for Lycan to carry here, but it's really not feeling good. He's got items on the board. Everything appears to be falling apart for 8-Bit. There might be some panic coming in here as Noel comes onto the board. His composition just looks better and better every time we see it. He's got an Arc Warden now. He needs to find that Tiny again to finish that Primordial composition, unless he plans on seeking his way up to level 9 and picking up an Enigma to finish that off. Arc Warden does die, but it's not going to be enough. We're going to see the Wisps try to keep Tusk alive, and oh, actually, Leader in serious trouble here. Root comes in from the Bear, and 8-Bit defeats Noel barely. That pun was intentional. The Lone Druid upgrade to level 2 with that Bear Root, able to very easily very barely take out Noel, and Noel down to 45 health. 8-Bit continues to survive down at the bottom of the board here. We have Aegises for days. Moshiyesti's got 2. 2 Aegises on the board. One for Mr. Smurfette, one for Thesis. The Summoning Stone of 8-Bit Nature's Prophet value, the Bear value. This is where he's really finding his stride here in his attempt to stay alive. And the Summoning Stone for Noel as well, for those attempted Arc Wardens. Let's see what he can do. He's going to be finding Waluku. Not sure he's going to be as lucky here. Waluku's composition is absolutely terrifying right now. Assassin's into the background. Slark beginning to stack up on that Treant Protector. Gets rooted though, and that's going to be the Helm of the Undying active, and Slark will fall here. Does not get wound up anywhere near enough. And 8-Bit, he's actually doing it. He tanks through. The level 3 Clockwork survives for a while. Tinker gets a couple missiles off to snipe a couple more, but there's too many summons. And 8-Bit, that Summoning Stone is doing him wonders right now, and he holds in this match. Waluku dropped down to 57 health here. Everyone looking pretty low here. 66, the highest on the board, and that is Poshiesny. Remember, only top 4 go through, and with 7 players in this game still at round 24. This game is starting off intense. Savage bonus unlocked. A Sand King sneaks his way in. He loses the tanky bonus, but it doesn't look like he's that bothered. As level 3 Savage on board. 15 bleed attack per second. He moves the Sand King at the very last second. See if this works out. Savvy Druid is a very classic lineup. He's against Noel, though. Noel's composition, again, is looking better and better every second, but he's still missing. He's still missing so many things. He needs that Enigma to finish up now because he's got another Shaman, but it's still enough to take out 8-Bit here. Noel, devastating victory there. And you can see here, Noel, he's managed to pick himself up double Shaman here. So a Shadow Shaman or an Enigma. An Enigma would be so perfect for him right now. He'd be able to pick up absolutely everything. In fact, let's watch him for his shop round because he needs to get to level 9. Right now, he can get a Legendary. He's got a 1% chance of finding a Legendary in this shop. If he fishes out an Enigma, that finishes out his comp perfectly. It's not going to be the tankiest, but it's going to be so effective of getting both that Shaman bonus and getting out that Primordial bonus. Let's see how he rolls here. Looks like he doesn't. Doesn't even level up. He just holds. You don't get the bonus for that. It looks like he's waiting for the round. He's got 59 gold left in his hand as he fights the birds. Is he going to be rolling while this round goes on? He might be thinking about more Brawnies here. He's only got 1 on the board. Let's see how he fishes this out. Viper's doing some good work over here. Morphling coming in as well. Viper will go down. Looks like he will be able to come out on top here. Especially with that Puck. Puck with Dragon bonus. Very, very hard to kill. Easy teleport, even if he gets targeted. Round is 1. Does anyone go down? Looks like they're good. That is an Arc Warden level 2. Feels good. Picks that up immediately. I'm curious. I'm going to keep watching his shop. I want to see it. I want to see him pick up this Enigma. Because, oh my god, it's just going to fill out so well if he can. 64 kills on your beast, level 3 Beastmaster right now. Good lord, that is scary. Let's see what he does. Noel, sitting out, refresher off Poshiesny. Scythe of Vice and puts it. Oh, that's beautiful. Absolutely love that. Going to be sticking that on Disruptor. One of the funniest things I have seen in a while. Also, nice. One of the funniest things I have seen in a while is putting a Scythe of Vice onto an Arc Warden and just seeing sorry, not a Scythe of Vice, a Force Staff onto a Arc Warden and just having an assassin run at it, get pushed away, it runs at the clone, it gets pushed away again. Always fun to see. With like a Bloodseeker especially. Alright, Noel versus Thesis. Still hovering around that money. He's not leveling it very effectively either. I'm worried about his late game. Thesis. Looking good. He's got a lot of level 3s. 2 Terrorblades. Easy victory. So easy. Thesis right now. That is terrifying. It's been a while since we've jumped on board with him right now. Look, what the hell is this? 2 Anti-Mages, 2 Terrorblades? What the hell? Poshiesny, he went down to Waluku there. But Thesis, what the hell are you running here? 2 Terror Blades, Phantom Assassin, he's got Elusive Sixth, Demon Hunter, all of them get a plus 50% pure damage. He's got 2 Druids with for the Elusive bonus. No Hunter bonus, but what on earth? This composition is crazy! When I said Elusive Demon Hunters is in the meta, this is not what I meant! This is crazy! Let's watch 8-Bit as 8-Bit sits quite close to the bottom. He's going to be fighting the clone of Waluku. Waluku's still very strong. These scrappy assassins. The savage bonuses, though, of 8-Bit. He's trying to hold it. He's trying to hold it. There's so many summons. There's so many summons for 8-Bit. The Venomancer, the Lycan. They burn through the tankiness of those scrappy units of Waluko. And the clone is defeated. No damage is dealt to Waluko. But 8-Bit stays in. No one goes down today. Everyone holds together, but Mr. Smurfette, though, he is now the closest, down to 8 health. Does he have an Aegis? Yes. Aegis and a Dawning of Ristal. He holds it together for the moment. 8-Bit is low. No Aegis, but his absolutely devastating summons are doing some serious work. Mr. Smurfette, because he gets a Viper, 8-Bit gets a Lone Druid too. But Mr. Smurfette, his composition, he has the Aegis, he can survive one more round. He's looking good at the moment. Noel, still holding it together right now, still hovering at 50 gold. He's not level 9, so he's still not fishing for that unit. He's still not fishing for that Enigma. Gonna be Kozensky. Mr. Smurfette is fighting Poshiesny, but he is not the one in danger. 8-Bit is, as 8-Bit does not have that Aegis. The Terror Blades doing work, but one's already dead. Second one gets the transformation. It's doing some serious work, but 8-Bit is holding for the moment. You can see that Lycan in the backline is cleaning up. The Helm of the Undying does nothing. And that's going to be another victory. 8-Bit keeps himself in the game. Noel is down to 5 health after losing to Kozensky's clone. No one's eliminated, though. Everyone holds, but Noel is in serious danger. Mr. Smurfette also lost, though. The Aegis is gone. This is serious danger, but there's that assassin bonus. He brings it out. Mr. Smurfette with the final composition change potentially for him of this game. Noel, 5 health. He's spending everything right now. He's level 9. He's fishing for that Enigma right now. He's fishing for upgrades. Anything to keep him in this game. Where's the Enigma? Where's the Enigma? He doesn't find it. He's against Waluku. This could be it for Noel. He could be eliminated here and now. He moves in. The level 3 Razor holding it together. Arc Warden transforms, but Slark is cleaning it up, but it dies to the Disruptor as the Arc Warden holds the line. He turns it round and focuses onto the Clockwork Bounty Hunters in the backline. You can see the desperate Eidolons trying to hold it. Viper and Arc Wardens and Eidolons versus Bounty Hunter. Viper focuses down. The health regen is so good. The stun, but it's not enough. Down it goes, and we're gonna see Noel survive. Mr. Smurfette, he holds as well. They're down to 2 health. Mr. Smurfette lives. Everyone survives. We still got 7 players, everyone. As they hold it together, Mr. Smurfette, the assassins didn't save him this time, but everyone's still in it. He's running double Queen of Pain just for extra DPS at this point. He's trying to fill out desperately. He's got a blade. He's got a blade mail in his inventory that he's not using. But right now, ladies and gentlemen, no one dies. Look at this. 2 health, 5 health, 12 health, 16 health. Only the top 4 goes through. We could get our top 4 in 1 round at this rate, as we're going to see the big dinos coming in here. Let's have a look for Aegises. Mr. Smurfette, no Aegis. Noel, no Aegis. 8-Bit, no Aegis. Thesis has his Aegis, and he's right on the lip of the top 4. He could be in a position to keep himself in this. A Marauder's come out. He's moving in. The Elusive Demon Hunter's very nearly complete right now. His composition looking absolutely superb. He needs a Templar Assassin, which he has in his hand at level 2. He's still running the double. He's still running right now the double Terrorblade. He could very easily swap that out, but he's not going to want to do that unless he has that last elusive. What is the elusive he is missing right now? He has Puck in his hand. He has them all. He has them all. So he could put them all on if he could just level up. If he can level up to 10, he can fill out, but he's only got 6 health. Everyone defeated the enemies except for Poczyesny and Kurzensky. Double Aegis for Poczyesny. He knows. He knows how intense this game is. He's going for it. We have a Maelstrom being dropped onto a Templar Assassin here for Mr. Smurfette. Is going to be enough. We have a Smuggler coming in for Noel. Did he find the Enigma? He didn't, but he did find a Lich. And he's going to try and use that to keep himself in this. Wiluku coming in. Mr. Smurfette versus Poczyesny. We'll watch Mr. Smurfette as he's on 2 health right now. Assassins into the backline, but there's so much elusiveness. A lot of damage output coming in, but those Assassins actually doing some really decent work here. Slark beginning to stack up as he focuses down, takes out the Triad. He's going to go down, though, to the enemy. No, he lives as he gets onto it, and he survives. Noel, not so lucky, though. Noel just goes down to Wiluku. The Assassins, too much. Noel is out. Noel is eliminated. Thesis. He survives against the clone of Kurzensky. 8-bit. He's holding it. The Viper's trying to force its way through. Fighting against the Necrophos, and he succeeds. He survives as well. 8-bit stays in this game. Noel, the first to be eliminated. Mr. Smurfette, the Assassins. He has 6. He's still got 2 tanks on the front line trying to keep himself in this. He's still got 2 Queen of Pains in this. He's trying. He's running the best he can. 8-bit and Mr. Smurfette, both still alive. Thesis, Poczyesny just dropped down a lot of health after that last loss. Kurzensky gets an Alchemist too. This is looking like a rough battle. So has a Troll Warlord in his hand. We're going to stick on board with Smurfette. He's stolen the Enigma! He's stolen it away! No one would have wanted that. No one would have wanted you to have it. As the Enigma starts dropping the damage, trying to hold it together. There's the force stuff onto the Slark, but look at the tankiness of Kurzensky. Mr. Smurfette, there is nothing he can do. Mr. Smurfette gets deleted by Kurzensky. The Assassins unable to break through there. Mr. Smurfette is down. We're down to our final 5. 8-bit somehow still alive. Sorry to hear, Mr. Smurfette. One more person. Mr. Wiluko. He's at level 10. He's pulled out a bloody gyrocopter. Keep himself in this. He still needs one more scrappy. He still needs that techies. But it's down to 8-bit, Poczyesny, and Thesis. Poczyesny, though, he's running double Aegis. He's still in this. Thesis on a single Aegis. 8-bit is the one in serious danger right now. He's going to be fighting Poczyesny. He's got to hold it together. Disrupt with a Blink Dagger in the backline. A massive disable onto multiple units. But Enchantress still gets off the wisps. A huge amount of healing. But look at the damage coming out here from Poczyesny. Just burning through the backline of 8-bit. And 8-bit will be eliminated here by Poczyesny. And we have our top 4 moving on to the next round. Ladies and gentlemen, 8-bit knocked out in 5th place. Our top 4, Thesis, Wiluko. We have Kurzensky, and we have... Wow, we actually just saw 8-bit... Sorry, we have Poczyesny, and we have Thesis. Those are our top 4. They will be moving on to the next round. Wiluko looking very low, and he just picked up a level 3 Morphling right now. Excuse me. For this Assassin bonus he's running. He's running double Slarks. Very interesting. He's still going to be fishing for a techies. So far, no luck for him. Kurzensky still on 31 money. Looking great right now. He might be the one to eliminate Wiluko here. Let's see it from Wiluko's view. Gyrocopter getting focused by the Viper. There could be a worse target to be focused by. You can see the drop coming in here from the Alchemist. Both Alchemists from both teams. Here comes the cooldown. It's a good damage output, but is it enough to carry through? We're going to see the Gyrocopter die to the damage from the Alchemist, but it's an easy cleanup by Waluko. And Kazenski not able to hold there. Waluko's still in this. Let's check out the other battle. It looks like Posieshny lost and dropped one of his 2 Aegises. He still holds one, keeping himself in this. But that's going to be a hurtful loss. Either way, all of these players are through. This is a battle for pride now. Let's see what they can do. Hard to play when 2 of us get into the same build. It happens. It happens. You got to deal with that sometimes. Dragon round. Posieshny. Good lord, Helm of the Undying immediately having to be used on Terrorblade, which unfortunately cannot regain health from the drain, as he was already in Undying mode. Still dies. Terrafiend, so close. Dragon lost. Waluko, Dragon 1. Thesis, Dragon 1. And Kazenski, Dragon 1. Oi indeed, Posieshny. Only one to fall. Either way, he's still through to the next round. I have Skady coming in here. Pipe of Insight. Heart of the Tarrasque. Waluko just became that little bit harder to beat. Level 3 Clockwork with Heart of the Tarrasque and the Scrappy bonus. If he'd been able to fish out a Techies here, this just might have been over in his favor. But that is huge right now. For starters, you've got that full Inventor bonus. The 30% of his health when he dies. This Clockwork, if it dies at this point, 2% max health every 1 second, plus the plus 8 HP regen. Sorry, it's only plus 4. It's only plus yeah, it is plus 8. Sorry, gonna be finding it together against Posieshny here. Cooldown comes in from the Gyrocopter. Clockwork actually is dying here. Heart of the Tarrasque, not enough. And that's going to be Posieshny taking out the Waluko there. Waluko, no Aegis. It's going to just be eliminated here. Kazenski drops a huge amount of health. No! Waluko lives! 1 health. I stand corrected. I mismathed. Woo indeed. Level 10 for Kazenski. 2 level 10s, both the people in last place. Kazenski, what could he be looking for? He snuck a Dragonite in here. Getting that dragon bonus here.
Hot. Ooh, that's hot.
That is hot. Techies! It's stolen. He's missing a Scrappy! Who's he missing? Who's he missing? He hasn't got Bounty Hunter! Oh, feels bad, but he's got the Techies now. He has that full Inventor bonus. Let's see what he can do here. Dragonite transforms. You see that Blink Dagger Disruptor once again coming in from Posieshny, doing some good work on the backline. But the sheer damage output. Techies with the bomb. Techies with the bomb. Here it comes. It might do some good damage to the bear. Drops it to half health here as the Viper, completely uncontested on the backline, is cleaning up right now. Second Techies bomb going to come in. Not going to reach anyone, but it's still easily enough for another victory. We see the elimination of Waluko. Still going through to the next round, though. Kazenski still looking good. Still on 10 health. Posieshny, 15. Thesis, 16. Immediate level 10 spend as the full elusive bonus. Comp complete. He's literally running the composition that we saw used so many times in the WePlay tournament, and it's still so effective. I don't think there's anything in this game that can touch him right now. There's not enough mage damage. The closest person to even being able to contest him at this point would be Kazenski, with that extra damage from some of that big AoE explosion and the AoE damage from all those abilities from people like the Alchemist. Is the only person who's even going to come close to contesting him right now. Alchemist, though, getting completely shut down by the Anti-Mage, and now there's no one who can stop him here. This is going to be Thesis running home with this match in first place. There is no composition that can take him down right now on this board. The Scrappies cannot do it. Posieshny is out. Kazenski is out, and that is going to be Thesis taking the series, and he will be moving on in first place. Kazensky, Thesis, Poshchesny, and Waluku will move on. Congratulations to all of them. But seriously, once you get that full elusive composition, you've got to have someone with some big ability power in order to burn through that. But in this case, no dice. No dice at all there. Helminy Undying for that extra value as well. And that is a very good cleanup. Very done. Thesis. The top comp at the end there. He is moving on to the next round. Very good job to all of our players here. Mr. Smurfair, I don't know if you're still in the chat, but unlucky. You are. It was good to see you play at least. Let's see if we have any scores input from the other groups. Let us see here. Excuse me. Actually, maybe if the games are still going on, maybe I can spectate one. Friends, party, party, party. No, not by the looks of it. Unlucky. Looks like most of the games are complete. We're just waiting for scores to be input. Thank you, Not Epic. Very appreciated. I do enjoy casting this game a hell of a lot. It's very fun indeed. Alrighty, let's see if we have any scores inputted for any of the games. No, we don't. So once again, we're going to be waiting